Here's a Beyond the Pitch podcast quick hit from the WVSA Digital Network.
As parents, if what we're trying to do is set up an environment where our kids never experience adversity and they never experience pain and they never have to feel heartbreak, rather than thinking, oh, I'm doing this great service for my kid because I'm protecting them from all of these really tough things, we need to totally flip that on its head and say, wow, I am robbing them from the opportunity to learn how to move through this. And I'm currently going through this in my house with my 7-year-old. He loves sports and he wants to be engaged and he wants to play and he wants to be an important part of his team. And he's working really, really hard. He's also a little bit smaller and a little bit slower and not quite as skilled. And so he's not getting quite as many opportunities to play in the positions that he wants to play in or touch the ball as much as he wants to touch it. And, he comes home and he's really sad and he's like, man, I was out there and for that whole period of time, I only touched the ball once. I only touched the ball twice, or I never got a chance. And, he's just heartbroken about it because he wants something else. And my initial reaction is, oh, I want to call up the coach and be like, hey, they're 7 years old. You need to make sure that everybody gets a chance to play everywhere and they all have the opportunity to learn and build their skills, because how is he going to get better if he never has the opportunities to try and la, 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 and I want to go at it. But what I've recognized is that that's not my job as a parent. What my job really is to sit with him in that emotion and let him feel it and express it and let it be whatever it needs to be, and then let him figure out, okay, what do I do now? How do I make a difference with what it is that I'm given? What are the things that I can do to get what it is that I'm looking for? And I'll tell you that I was listening to a really interesting podcast a little while back, and the person who was talking said, what we want to do with parents is when our kids are in the dark because they're in the middle of all that icky and unpleasant stuff, we want to walk into the room and we want to turn on the light. But that is taking away control and autonomy and choice and skill building from our kids. What our job really needs to be is to walk in and sit with them in the dark and wait for them to be ready to turn on the light. And when they are, we'll still there with them. But we haven't done it for them. And as hard as that is, and I get how hard that is, it really is what is best for our kids from the time they are born through the time that we are separated.